Malacanang expects Ben and Erwin Tulfo to make good on their promise to return the 60 million pesos paid by the Department of Tourism or DOT for ad placements in their show. Presidential spokesperson ROQUE says the palace is counting on the Tulfo brothers' word of honor. This comes after Tourism Secretary Bernadette Romulo Puyat said the funds have not yet been returned despite the Tulfo brothers' promise as course to their lawyers Ferdinand Topacio. But eldest brother Mon wrote in his column, Topacio was not speaking on behalf of the family when he made the promise. The 60 million pesos is the payment for the controversial ad placements of the DOT. Under former Secretary Wanda Tulfo Teo in the PTV4 show of her siblings, Teo resigned amid the controversy. A Commission on Audit report found the contract signed by the DOT specifically required PTV to air ads on the Tulfo brothers' Kilos Pronto. ROQUE also says it would be up to the Office of the Ombudsman or the Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission to pursue the case. President Rodrigo Duterte sets a bare minimum condition for the Bangsamoro Basic Law or BBL. No separate Bangsamoro police and armed forces for the autonomous region. ROQUE adds that Duterte was able to convince Bangsamoro Transition Commission members to accept his bare minimum. Duterte has been voicing his opposition to a separate Bangsamoro police and military forces since he was Davao City Mayor. In 2015, he said there should only be one horizontal chain of command with no detour, parallel, or lateral command within. Asked about concerns on the unconstitutionality of some BBL provisions, ROQUE says it is now up to Congress to deal with in the bicameral conference. After the versions of the BBL are reconciled, Duterte is expected to sign the BBL in his third State of the Nation address on July 23. Malacanang distances itself from Budget Secretary Benjamin Jocno's controversial remark calling on Filipinos not to be crybabies due to the rising prices of oil and other goods. Presidential spokesperson ROQUE says President Rodrigo Duterte would likely not use this term to refer to Filipinos. The day before, Jocno said in a breakfast forum Filipinos should not be complaining too much about inflation since prices of oil in the Arroyo administration were much higher than today.
Remember, we had $135 per barrel under GMA. Okay, I think we should be less of a crybaby. Look at the poorest 10%. Do you think they pay taxes? And how much do they get from the government? Free education, free healthcare, CCT, etc.
The budget chief said the poorest Filipinos who do not pay taxes actually benefit more from the tax reform. ROQUE says Duterte is not blind to the suffering among Filipinos due to inflation. Inflation rates have gone beyond the 2% to 4% inflation rate target of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. The Finance Department says a small percentage of this is due to the implementation of the first tax reform package, more commonly known as TRAIN. Other major factors include the higher price of world crude oil and the weakening of the Philippine peso against the US dollar. A Manhattan grand jury indicts Harvey Weinstein on rape and sex crime charges Wednesday, May 30. The 66-year-old was initially charged last week in what was hailed a landmark victory for the Me Too movement nearly 8 months after his career imploded in a blaze of accusations of misconduct. Weinstein's defense lawyer Ben Brafman confirms his client intends to plead not guilty and strongly denies the unsupported allegations. Brafman adds, quote, "We will soon formally move to dismiss the indictment, and if this case actually proceeds to trial, we expect Mr. Weinstein to be acquitted." The fallen producer declined to testify before the grand jury on the advice of his legal team, which accused District Attorney Vance's office of bowing to political pressure. Dua Lipa is coming to Manila for a one-night concert. Concert promoter MMI Live says the young pop star will be performing at the Mall of Asia Arena on September 14. Tickets to see the show will go on sale on June 18 at 10 a.m. through SM Tickets. Dua Lipa is a 22-year-old British-Albanian singer-songwriter. She released her self-titled debut album in June 2017, which included chart-topping singles like New Rules, I Don't Give a F***, and Be the One.